Find everything you need to bring holiday cheer into your home this Christmas with OK Furniture's Festive Home Showcase. Browse the catalog and be inspired by the huge hand-picked selection from cozy couches to perfect dining sets and stylish kitchen schemes and bedroom must-haves. Offer valid until the 24th of December 2024. Shop in-store or online while stocks last. T's and C's apply. It is good to be powered by World Sports Betting. It is good times. Oseo Dozere Bafana Bafana have qualified for the African Cup of Nations in Morocco next year. That too is true for Uganda, that they also have qualified. However, for today, Bafana Bafana have defeated Uganda in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers 2-0 away from home. Completely different performance, of course. If you remember how Uganda performed when they were here in South Africa, it was a 2-2 score line. However, Bafana Bafana went that side and they got all the full complement of the 3 points. Not a good game, really. I said that the worst thing that has happened to the two teams is that both of them have already qualified. So it was a game that was malaising. It was a walking pace, really. Nothing much into the game, but maybe came to life in the second half as well. Tapelo Morena profiting from a mistake by the defense of the Ugandans. And then beautiful goal by Ikram Reinas, who had tried the chipped left-footed shot. I think he had been practicing it. You know, when someone is practicing the same thing, now he's trying to pull it off in the game. He tried it, and then he almost found Apolis. He tried it, he almost found someone else, and then he tried it, and then he found Maswanganyi, who turned and twisted, and he finished. It was beautiful. I wish you would go. If you didn't see it, go on YouTube or wherever, on SABC Sport highlights. You will see on Facebook. SABC Sport usually plays these games live on SABC Sport on Facebook. You go there, go and check Bafana Bafana's second goal. It was a beautiful goal by Tito Maswanganyi. Mr. So-and-so, your thoughts on the game, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to say, I'm going to Shane, I'm going to Tupac, I'm going to Steezy, I'm going to say Ubobo, I'm going to say Lindom Kwena.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to say chairman, my chairman. I'm going to say Anema then support and like iDiskiTV. So Benjamin Jalak check foot. Mr. Gio, well done to the team, to the coach, to the boys. You know, Mr. Gio, this is nice. This is a nice feeling where you have to go and unlock the door and open the door and then you go inside by yourself. Not somebody else needs to, unlock the door. Somebody else needs to open the door. Then you go inside.
In simple words, we don't need calculators.
No, we don't need to say, waiting for DRC again. If they can beat Uganda, now we're going to go through. If we play a draw there, and then definitely now. No, we don't need that. We're doing it by ourselves. And well done to the coach, to the boys. I mean, I'm proud of saying I'm a South African today, where I didn't have to go and qualify. No. Well done to the team. And
Straightforward qualification.
It's something. That's why I'm saying it's refreshing. You know, Mr. Keo, and it's nice. That's a nice feeling. I'm sure. I'm 100% sure that everyone in South Africa, they're in a good mood where we don't have to calculate. We don't have to wait for somebody else to beat somebody else so that we can go through. So we just did it, and I'm proud of the boys.
Yeah, do you agree, so that because we qualified, it kind of affected this game? Because yes, of course, this is not criticism, and I said this to you guys when we were watching it, because we have to go through the process of watching it, which sometimes is torture. But then we're watching two guys who have already qualified. That kind of affected. But then you can't overreact, because of course the audience you're communicating to is going to be like, we're already qualified, what are you talking about? So you have to then calibrate all of those thoughts and say, okay, this is not a good game, but those two teams have already qualified. So now you can't say anything because both teams have already qualified.
Yeah, you know, Mr. Gale, when you know that you have qualified already before you can play a game, psychologically, it really plays a part, to say, we already qualified, and then, the body, tend to shut down a bit to say, what are we going to fight for? And I think, man, for everyone, especially first half, you could see that, they play. It was not a play where we really need to win. We going there. You can see the way we're playing. We're trying to force the way. Trying those killer passes. Apollo is trying to dribbling that side to make sure that he creates something. This side, Kwana or Rubana.
Elias Makwana.
Yeah, Mukwana now is trying something. It was not, we didn't have pressure at all. And that's why I just want to say one thing, Mr. Kyo. I don't know, maybe I will ask God to put Ulonduzana in a cage. Uwanasis. Ngene cage in. Ahlale phakathi lapho ku cage eliphambi kwebhali. Because Mr. Geo, doesn't matter whether we will say qualified, but it's important to play in a correct way.
Yeah,
Let's do the right things.
I was about to say that the worst thing about communicating with South Africans is that whatever you say, just because the team is qualified.
Yeah.
Now, you saw a lot of wrong things here.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of wrong things
Yeah.
with Makgopa
Yeah.
in previous matches.
Yes.
But because if they win the trophy, it's like, that invalidates the opinion, which it doesn't mean that, of course. But that's the worst thing about communicating with this audience, especially generally in this country, is that just because a team has won, that means it was perfect. And then when they lose, it means everything was horrible. Whereas there are true things we can talk
Yes.
about his performance, especially Makgopa.
Yeah.
I'm not picking him out. I'm just substantiating what you're saying.
Yeah.
That his lack of tactical positioning or tactical discipline or positional discipline is going to catch up with him. But then the rebuttal will be, but we went to the AFCON and the bronze medal. You see, like every single time you communicate with such a populace, then you are at a dead end. You don't know how, so that means you might as well join them to say, oh, we won, so it was perfect.
Mr. Geo, that's why I'm saying I'll ask for a cage. I'm worried because he's still playing. That's not his last game. He's still going to play other games. He's going to come back and play for
Good
Pirates. We want to see him doing well. But now, what are we benefiting when he does all these things where he has to chase until our box as a striker? If it happens we win the ball, who's there as a striker? For me, I'm worried because there will be games where, Mr. Geo, this football, there's these things called tactics.
But we qualified.
Yes, with that one I agree.
But he won the MTN 8.
Yeah, look, Mr. Geo, it's a team effort.
But we won the bronze
Yes,
at the AFCON.
it's a team effort.
Do you see what I'm doing? So
Yes, I hear you very well. It's a team effort because there will be games where we will need you to do what I'm asking now. You see now,
Which is a
we're
striker's
winning.
job.
As a striker, do your job as a striker. Leave the rest. There's a winger there. There's a number 10. There's two defensive midfielders. We've got those players in those positions. We want you. Because, Mr. Geo, there's games, that's why I'm saying, there will be games where it will be tactics, positional play. Then now we're going to be losing Makgopa now because now we can't be disciplined in his position. Then we can't score goal.
but we qualified.
Yeah, yes, Mr. Kiw, I agree with that. That's why I'm saying we went to play bronze because of we didn't have this that I'm talking about now. So let's fix this. One way or another, Mr. Kiw, it's a team effort, and he works hard, Mr. Kiw. I understand he works hard, he chases there, but he must remember his primary job is to score goals.
Yeah.
Not to go and chase players there, chase them and win the ball, because he's going to chase and win the ball. Then who's going to score now? Because he's not in the area where he's supposed to score.
Yeah. What did you think of Motobi Mvala's partnership with Roshun Totli as well? I know that I think Uganda even themselves were, okay, as if you were insulting the whole country, but the team that played there played trash football, really. Yeah. They didn't offer anything in that particular game. That's why I said at the beginning that it was different from the game that they played, which was a 2-2 game.
Yeah. Yes.
There were not enough questions that they asked from our defenders.
Yes.
But what did you think of Roshun Totli and Motobi Mvala?
Look, at some point they were a bit shaky because there was an incident where Udodli had to flick the ball to Rowan where he didn't look around. It's very important to check, Fagama Mira Lapana will check your surroundings. It's very important. And again, our players, they need to learn to do their primary job. That's number one. Then from there, complement the game. Let's go forward. we've got the ball now. But now, don't think about playing and forget that you are a defender. No, with him, very good with the ball. I like him. Very good with the ball. Even when he's got the ball, I've got some bit of questions where you can't open on the left side as a centre back, and then you're gonna play a diagonal pass in the midfield, and then he just needs to fix that. Then he needs to understand his primary job. His primary job is to defend. Then when it is done with defending, then he can play. I think he just need to learn that, and they can complement each other very well. But I still believe, personally, I still believe that, with Ukekana, we're not gonna see those mistakes. Those for Ukekana and Vala for media quality. But I think they did well because these guys, they didn't really give us a headache, and we didn't concede. They were not much.
I can't think of something that happened
Not
in that game
much.
from
Yes,
Uganda
not much
side.
from these guys.
I don't think
except
anything
that
happened.
ball and also covering, because you can't be caught closer to Umvala when there's a striker, because one needs to be free, one needs to pick up.
Congratulations to Bafana Bafana for qualifying.
Well done, Bafana Bafana, and we're looking forward to Morocco.
All right, there we go. Hopefully, we will be able to get to Morocco.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need a sugar daddy to give us money.
Our people don't make a plan. They love us, these people.
I wanna say something weird. We need a football club to fund us. Funding FC. We need a fund in the channel. We need a fund. Someone will take us to Morocco. Well, we'll get there. Machaka was there. He's part of our family as well. So we need to ask Machaka, who got you to Morocco?
Yes.
There we are then. Well done to Bafana Bafana. They are off to Morocco. iDiskiTV, Disco Times. Was betting. Thank you for watching us.